What's going on, vinyl community? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a vinyl haul showcasing more vinyl bootlegs that I have acquired recently. This is kind of a follow-up video to the one that I did some time ago regarding how I got more into vinyl bootlegs, and I even showcased a little haul from RollinRecs.com, which is a website that predominantly sells bootlegs and other valuable records. If you want to peel back on my channel and check that video out, please go ahead and do so. Ever since I did that video, I have acquired a good amount of bootlegs to add to my collection, and I think it's safe to say now the bug has kind of died down. I've kind of moved on to picking up some other things, which I will feature in a future video down the road on this channel. That's not to say that I've stopped buying bootlegs completely. I'm still occasionally, seeing what's out there in terms of Rollin' Recs and eBay and other retailers. So if I ever get any more, I will be doing a video showcasing what I get. But since then, I have acquired a good amount that I thought doing a video showcasing what I got recently was absolutely justifiable. So enough of the chit chat. Let's jump into what this video is all about. So these first three records here are some that I actually picked up from a website called lp.reverb.com. Reverb.com is a website that is pretty much well known for selling musical instruments and audio gear and such, but recently they just introduced a vinyl department, kind of similar to like a Discogs marketplace where sellers can set up shop and sell their product online. This time around, though, it seems that bootlegs are easy to find on this platform than Discogs. So I kind of looked around and checked out what was there, and I came across some really awesome things. First up is a rather cool Pink Floyd bootleg, and this is called Demos and Alternate Versions. So essentially this is a 2 LP set which features a lot of demos from The Wall along with some stuff from Wish You Were Here and Dark Side of the Moon. These demos are taken from the I guess you could say the experience and immersion sets that they did for those three albums back in 2011, 2012 when the band was remastering and putting out the catalog again. This is a Japanese bootleg, as you can kind of see with the text here. And the artwork on this side is like an outtake from Wish You Were Here, and the back side is from Wish You Were Here as well. And this photo here that you see was one of the suggested covers for that album. And so, like I said, it's mostly like the main three sides are like demos for The Wall. You also get what's the track it's on here? Sexual Revolution, which I believe was on Roger Waters' Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. And then we also get a version of Wish You Were Here with Stephen Graffinelli. Sorry if I mispronounced that. He's a violin player. He did a version of Wish You Were Here. Have a Cigar with Roger and David on vocals, and then the rough embryonic version of Us and Them with just Richard Wright at the piano. And I think we also get an acoustic demo that Roger Waters did for Money. So it's a rather cool thing to have. 2 LPs, and it's on very nice colored vinyl, which I will gladly show, along with the rather cool labels. So this is kind of on like a brown marbled kind of vinyl. And then here we have The Wife from The Wall. That's like one of the original illustrations for that. And then we have a nice different variation of the Dark Side cover. And then we have the other LP here, which is on kind of a sort of opaque-ish green type of vinyl. There you got the teacher on both sides. Very nice. The quality of the demos is fantastic, so I have no doubts in my mind that these will sound absolutely wonderful. I have not played this yet. I think as of filming this clip, I'm going to be spinning this probably in a day or so. So I'll be quite excited to give this a listen once I get to it. So there you go. Pink Floyd Demos and Alternate Versions. And then from lp.reverb.com is this really great Black Sabbath bootleg. This is called Live at Convention Hall, August 5th, 1975, Asbury Park, New Jersey, even though it says Ashbury. That's not how it's spelled. This has been a heavily bootleg show for quite some time. Soundboard quality, absolutely fantastic. A couple of songs from this show were used in the live album Past Lives, which brings the Live at Last album, tracks from this show, tracks from Brussels 1970. But this is an almost complete show. I say almost complete because it doesn't feature the song Megalomania, which was performed at the show, but it is featured on Past Lives, so I guess it's kind of okay. But it would have been nice if that was featured here. The backside is kind of a nod to the original UK gatefold for their first album, where they had the upside down cross, which was not at all authorized by the band. And also the cover here is really cool. It's a nice photo from like 1970-ish. It's 2 LPs, and both LPs are on really nice red vinyl, which is absolutely gorgeous. Now, aside from the typical Sabbath stuff that they were doing, such as Snowblind and War Pigs Paranoid, the eponymous title track, we also get some great things on here like Killing Yourself to Live, Symptom of the Universe, Spiral Architect, which is a fantastic Sabbath tune, Sabracadabra, just all those really, really great tracks. So this is a really great thing to have. And then we have a rather fantastic bootleg here. This is one that has, once again, been heavily bootlegged. But this particular version, I think, is the first time that I've ever seen get a vinyl release of sorts. This is Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii, 1971. This is a rather recent one that's come out in some time, and I say that because in the credits it says remixed by Andy Jackson and Damon Iddens. So right here, the audio content is from the early years box set, because they included the Pompeii live stuff within the 1972 portion of that set, so that is exactly what is sourced for this. We also get some stuff that was not featured on that remix, such as Made Moselle Knobs, which is the little blues number with the howling dog, and then there's also a alternate version of Careful What That Axe, Eugene, that's on the box set as well. And then as an added bonus, we get a live version of Adam Hart Mother, with the brass ensemble and choir, and that was recorded at Music Hall in Hamburg, Germany in early 71. So really cool stuff. Great cover photo there. And then we have a really nice back cover here with various flyers promoting the film, along with photos taken at the amphitheater in Pompeii. This was put out by a label called Verne Records. They're based out of France. I looked at their catalog, and they've done some fantastic releases. There's Genesis demos from like the late 60s, and there's a whole bunch of other progressive sort of stuff, but it's kind of hard to come by wherever I look, so I'm kind of hoping that I can come across more stuff on the Verne bootleg label in the future. I'm just going to showcase one of the LPs because they pretty much look the same throughout. But this one in particular, being very careful because I don't want to scuff it. I'm going to swap out the sleeves once I get to playing it. Is on green vinyl. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Really nice to own. I believe there's this variant, and then there's also the black vinyl variant. So this is a really cool thing to own. I'm kind of skeptical, though, because, like, yeah, I'm very glad to have this, but something tells me they might do an official release down the road for the Live at Pompeii stuff. So until perhaps that thing is to happen, this will suit me well. So Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii 71. So those three there are what I got from lp.reverb.com. This next one I got from a comic book retailer based out of Asbury Park here in Jersey, called Groovy Graveyard. And I saw this pop up, and I thought it was rather interesting that they were offering it for a decent price. I think it was like $20 or less. Kind of waited a little while for it to get here. They had some shipping delays and notifications weren't being sent to them, but I received the record, and that is what matters. This is a Black Sabbath bootleg called Steel City Schizophrenia. Now, what this is, it's a kind of a compilation of 2 shows from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, from 76 and 78. These were done for the King Biscuit Flower Hour broadcast. You guys remember those if you were there at the time. And there's a great little bit here in the bottom. I'll just kind of skim through it and point it out. The source of this album are Scared's original King Biscuit reels that were recently discovered. These reels have been restored and transferred with a TIAC A234 OR reel-to-reel machine and have been faithfully remastered specifically for vinyl. So I have not spun this yet, but I am very curious to see what the quality on this is like, considering that they restored the reels for this. I heard some samples on YouTube of the audio like quality, and it's really good to my ears. Comes on standard black vinyl on the Trademark of Quality label, and is a really great thing to own. I gotta say, I love this cover. That is such a cool cover. And also, you notice, I don't know if you can catch that, where that sticker would have normally said "Enjoy Coca-Cola," it says "Enjoy Cocaine." It was the 70s. So the next one is one that I got from Roland Rex, the website that I mentioned within the previous bootleg video that I did. I had contacted the guy that runs the website, and I was asking about Kiss bootlegs, if he was going to be getting any more, because he had some really good stuff on his site, but it sold out quick. But I saw this, and I asked for him to post a like an audio sample just to see what it sounded like, because I was familiar with the show. I just wanted to see what it was like, if it was going to be just a flat, transfer from the video that is out there of the show, but it turned out to be really, really good. This is a bootleg called Flaming Youth. This is recorded at the Summit in Houston, Texas, back in 1976 during the Destroyer Tour. Now, a lot of these shows that Kiss did at the Summit were filmed, and it was like projected on the screens, like in the venue, and then the band would purchase copies for themselves. So video content from the show has been widely available, the audio quality being what it is. But from what I was reading online, I don't know where I found it, there was a recent soundboard recording from this show that was uncovered within recent years. So I believe this is what that is, because the sample that I heard was absolutely fantastic sounding. Just sounded tremendous. Here is the backside. The show is not complete by any means. There's some stuff missing, such as like God of Thunder and a couple other things. But it's a document of the Destroyer Tour, and, it's a great thing to have. This was put out by a label called Casino Records Entertainment. The quality of this, in terms of the jacket, it's really nice. The print quality is good, too, because, when it comes to bootlegs, when you look at it, you can kind of tell that it's a bootleg, because it might be kind of grainy and pixelated. But this is absolutely flawless. This video, just showcasing it, doesn't do it justice. You really have to see it for yourself. This also came with a really cool printed inner sleeve here, with some great period shots of the band in all its glory. And then I actually went ahead and swapped out the record and put it in a nice MoFi sleeve. And it's actually on blood red vinyl. Looks absolutely cool. And I believe this is limited to how many? I have the sticker inside here in the jacket. This is limited to 500 copies, and I just happen to have number 346. So this is a really, really cool release to have. Fantastic stuff. Kiss Flaming Youth. And this next one is one that Roland Rex had on their website on colored vinyl, but it was sold out and the price was kind of high. I was really on a manhunt for this bootleg because I consider this to be kind of a grail of sorts in terms of my Pink Floyd collection, and just also the quality of it is just phenomenal. I found a seller based out of France on a website called ecrater.com. He had a lot of bootlegs up for sale, and took a look at what he had, and he had some really, really good stuff. He had some cool Kiss ones, some cool Floyd ones, and a couple other things. But when I saw that he had this, I was ready to pull the trigger on it, and I definitely spent a little out of my comfort zone. Nothing too crazy, but I briefly considered stopping purchasing stuff for a period just so I can kind of recoup from that. It didn't last long. But anyways, this is a really fantastic thing to own. This is Pink Floyd live at the Empire Pool, Wembley in London, 1974. This is the show that the BBC recorded over at the Wembley Arena back in 74. This stuff has been released on the Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here experience immersion sets, and then if you include Echoes, that came from the early years box set. So the source of this is just, it's fantastic quality. It's pretty much official product. Not official, but the source is official. Beautiful cover. Really nice image there of the band. I believe that photo was taken, though, in 1977, but I'm not going to dock points for that. Comes with 3 LPs, and also, like I said, the colored version was on Roland Rex. This one is the black vinyl version, which honestly I don't care. This is just a really nice thing to own. So for this particular one, the track listing is kind of switched up a little bit just so that everything can fit onto as many sides of vinyl as possible. The original set list would have been Shine On You Crazy Diamond, Raving and Drooling, which ended up being Sheep, and then You Gotta Be Crazy, which ended up being Dogs. Dark Side of the Moon, start to finish, with the encore of Echoes. On this, we essentially get Dark Side first, and then after Eclipse goes into Shine On, then Raving and Drooling, Gotta Be Crazy, and then Echoes. Also comes in a beautiful triple gatefold sleeve with cool live shots from the time frame. Looks absolutely wonderful. Really wonderful pictures. And same thing with Pompeii. Something tells me that they might put out an official version of this sometime down the road. But until that happens, or if it doesn't ever happen, this is going to do me well, and just an absolute gem of a show and a great thing to have in my collection. Pink Floyd live at the Empire Pool, Wembley, London, 74. Now we have one more record to show, and I actually just received this just a couple of days ago before filming this video. I had placed a pre-order on this, I think as early as March, and it finally came in around early May. When I heard the audio soundbite and what it was being described as, which was near soundboard quality, I really jumped on it, also considering the tour that this show is from and how it has a little bit of sentimental, value to it. It's kind of a souvenir of sorts. Not that I attended this particular show, but this is a bootleg from Ghost. This is called A Pale Tour Named Death in North America. So this is a full-length concert from the it's the FM Kirby Center for the Performing Arts in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania on December 5th, 2018. Now, Wilkes-Barre is kind of near Philadelphia. They played the Tower Theater in Philly, I would say roughly 10 days after this show had taken place. So I saw this tour. It's the exact same set list and just right around that time frame. So that's why I kind of consider this as a souvenir of sorts. This is a absolutely beautiful package. Obviously, as you can tell, it does come with an obi strip, so it is imported from Japan. This was made available on 4 different colors. There's standard black, there's gold, red, and then white. And then you'll see which color I got, and I'll explain why I picked this particular color. Here's the back side. All the tracks there. I'm not going to take the obi strip off because I took it off once and I tried to put it back, and it is a real pain in the ass to put back on. So we have a pretty cool picture of the cardinal and the ghouls. Open it up again, and we have like a full kind of stage shot, which looks absolutely cool with all kinds of other live pictures there. This also comes with an insert with the guitarist and bassist. Really nice quality. And I'll just showcase one of the 3 LPs that are in this. Try to be very careful getting this out. I got the white version. And when it came to picking this out, I thought to myself, I already have a red vinyl version of Infestissumam, the second album. I already have a goldish kind of version of Ceremony and Devotion, and I already have a red vinyl version of Prequel. So I figured for what was being offered, white would be the more, ideal pick, since I don't have any ghost vinyl on white vinyl. I guess with the exception of Opus Eponymous, which is on a split blue and white vinyl. But nonetheless, this is a really great thing to own. And as of right now, this is the latest piece of bootleg vinyl that I picked up. And what a great one to end this haul with, because that right there is the end of my bootleg vinyl haul. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did so, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. And most importantly, keep the record spinning.